If you are awake between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., your spirit already knows something is shifting. These are the hours when heaven leans closer, when the noise of the world fades, and when God whispers to those who are willing to rise. You are not here by accident. Something in your heart is hungry for clarity, for peace, for breakthrough, something you cannot afford to miss. In these early hours, prayers carry a different weight. They shape your atmosphere, they command your morning, and they open doors the enemy tried to shut. Stay with me now. Let nothing distract you. What God is about to release into your spirit can set the tone of your entire day and unlock blessings waiting for your agreement. If your heart is open, if your spirit is ready, lean in. Let this be the morning where fear breaks, where strength rises, and where you step into the day covered in divine favor. Before we continue, remember to subscribe, like this video, turn on the notification bell, join the membership, and write your prayer in the comments. And please share this video with friends and family so they can receive these blessings too. There is a stillness in the early morning that carries a different kind of power. When the world is quiet, when even your thoughts begin to slow, that is when your spirit becomes most aware of the presence of God. These hours between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. are not empty spaces in your day. They are sacred territory. They are the moments where the veil feels thinner, where you sense God more clearly, and where your prayers rise with a weight they don't carry at any other time. This is why your awakening at this hour matters. It is not random. It is not accidental. It is a spiritual summons, a divine invitation from the one who knows exactly what you've been carrying. He sees the thoughts that follow you into bed, the heaviness you don't talk about, the decisions that feel too big for your own strength. And yet, he still calls you to rise. Not because he wants effort from you, but because he wants access to you. There is something powerful that happens when a believer opens their mouth before the sun rises. Words spoken here do not fall to the ground. Declarations spoken here do not get lost in the noise. Every prayer released in this window becomes a seed planted into ground that heaven has already watered. This is why the enemy fights your mornings so fiercely. He knows what happens when you begin your day in alignment with God instead of reacting to life as it unfolds. What you speak in these early hours becomes architecture in the spirit. You are not simply praying, you are constructing. You are laying foundations. You are rewriting what the enemy hoped to impose on your day. When you decree peace, heaven enforces it. When you declare protection, angels respond. When you speak blessing over yourself, your home, your family, you are drawing lines the enemy cannot cross. And so now, as you settle into this moment, allow your heart to soften. Allow your mind to quiet. Release the pressures of yesterday. Release the shadows of fear. Release every weight that has clung to your spirit. You do not need to carry them into today. This morning is a reset. It is a holy beginning. It is God placing His hand upon your chest and saying, "Breathe again. You're safe with me." Let His peace fill the room around you. Let it seep into the corners of your mind where worry tries to live. Let it wrap around your heart like a warm mantle. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. God is with you here, right now in this moment. And He is ready to speak strength into you. As you listen, let your spirit rise. Let your faith stretch. Imagine your soul standing taller, becoming steadier, becoming clearer. Imagine the burdens loosening, the fog lifting, the fear dissolving. God meets you in the secret place when you dwell, not when you rush. Let yourself dwell here. Let yourself linger in His nearness. These moments shape you. They prepare you. They align you. There are blessings scheduled for your day, breakthrough moments, quiet miracles, divine encounters that depend on your posture right now. God is not far. He is not silent. He is not waiting for a perfect prayer. He is looking for a willing heart. And you have already shown Him that by being here in this sacred hour. So lift your chin. Steady your breath. Because God is about to speak life into the places that have felt empty. He is about to breathe strength into the places that felt weak. He is about to release clarity where confusion has taken root. Your morning is being shaped by His hands right now. Every whisper of faith in this moment is rewriting the atmosphere around you. Every quiet yes, Lord, is shifting things in the unseen. Every heartbeat is an agreement that today will not look like yesterday. As the dawn approaches, remember this: you are stepping into a day that has already been touched by God. He goes before you. He surrounds you. He sustains you. Nothing in this day will surprise Him. Nothing in this day will overwhelm Him. And because He is with you, nothing in this day will defeat you. Now let your heart be ready for what comes next. The prayer you are about to enter is not just words. It is alignment. It is surrender. It is power released into your morning. It is the moment where heaven leans close and your spirit answers back. When you are ready, move with me into the next moment. Let the presence of God meet you exactly where you are and shape the rest of your day with peace, strength, and blessing. As the first light of morning begins to form, even before the sun rises, heaven is already moving on your behalf. There is a holy rhythm that awakens in these early hours, a divine pattern God Himself has woven into creation. When you pray now, you are not praying into emptiness. You are stepping into alignment with what God has already begun in the unseen. Every word you speak is carried by a grace that rests uniquely upon the dawn. Take a slow breath. Allow the stillness of this moment to settle over you. This is the hour where clarity comes. The hour where answers begin to unfold. The hour where the weight you've been carrying begins to lift, not because you forced it to, but because God gently takes it from your hands. You don't have to strive. You don't have to fight alone. You don't have to pretend to be strong. In this moment, you only need to be present before Him. There is power in simply showing up. The world teaches you to run, to push, to hustle endlessly, but heaven teaches a different truth. Strength is found in surrender. Victory is born from stillness. Peace rises when the heart becomes quiet. And right now, your heart is learning the language of rest in God's presence. Feel the shift happening inside you. The tension you've been carrying begins to loosen. The thoughts that chased you through the night begin to quiet. The fears that whispered to you begin to fade under the weight of His peace. What you are experiencing is not imagination, it is alignment. Your spirit recognizes the nearness of God long before your mind understands it. You are stepping into a place where burdens melt, where confusion loses its grip, where the storms within you begin to bow. This is what happens when you enter the secret place with intention. God does not hide from those who seek Him. He does not stay silent to those who call His name. He draws near. He fills the room. He steadies the trembling place within you. He speaks peace into storms that no one else sees. And He is doing that right now. In these early hours, your prayers carry authority. There is a purity in them because they rise before the world has a chance to distract you. Heaven loves prayers spoken at dawn. They echo farther, rise higher, strike deeper. And while you sit here, God is preparing your path. He is going ahead of you into your day, arranging what needs to be arranged, removing what needs to be removed, opening what needs to be opened. Nothing about your day will be random. Nothing you face will be without purpose. Nothing that comes against you will go unanswered. God is not waiting to respond later. He is moving now. The moment your heart turned toward Him, something began shifting. You may not see it yet, but heaven has already begun working in your favor. Let Him strengthen you from the inside. Let His presence rise within you like the gentle glow of dawn breaking over the horizon. Allow every breath to remind you that you are carried, protected, and deeply loved. You are not fighting for God's attention. He is the one who awakened yours. He knows what today will require of you. He knows the conversations you will face. He knows the decisions that are waiting. He knows the challenges that try to unsettle your peace. And He is equipping you now before you step into any of it. You are not stepping into the day with yesterday's strength. You are stepping into it with renewed grace, renewed clarity, renewed courage. This is why the morning matters so much to your spirit. Let your heart whisper back to Him. Even the quietest prayer is heard. Even the slightest movement toward Him becomes a doorway for His presence to fill you. Say within yourself, even softly, I am here, Lord. Guide me. Strengthen me. Cover me. Bless my steps today. Let my spirit remain aligned with yours. Every whisper you speak is a seed. Every seed carries life. And life is taking root in you right now. Imagine yourself walking into today with a lightness you have not felt in a long time. Imagine your shoulders settling as the weight lifts. Imagine clarity where there was confusion. Imagine peace where there was anxiety. Imagine strength rising where there was exhaustion. This is not wishful thinking. This is what happens when God restores your spirit at dawn. The peace you feel forming inside you is real. The strength that is awakening is real. The hope that flickers again is real. And the God who meets you here is real, faithful, and unwavering. Stay in this posture a little longer. Let the morning wrap you in its gentleness. Let God prepare you with quiet power. Let your spirit rise, higher and higher, until you feel the confidence that comes only from knowing you are not walking into this day alone. As the morning deepens, something sacred begins to unfold inside you. It is subtle at first, like the quiet shift in the sky before the sun rises, but it grows stronger with every passing moment. This is the work of God in your spirit, steady, gentle, intentional. You are not simply listening to words right now. You are being prepared, strengthened, and lifted into a different posture for the day ahead. Feel how your heart responds when the atmosphere becomes still. That stillness is not emptiness. It is invitation. It is the voice of God calling your soul to breathe deeper, to open wider, to step into His presence without rushing. In the early morning hours, His presence feels closer because your spirit is quieter. The noise of yesterday cannot reach you here. The pressure of today has not yet formed. You are standing in a moment untouched by anything except the hand of God. This is where transformation happens. Not in the loud moments, not in the chaos, but in the quiet surrender of dawn. These hours between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. are woven with spiritual significance because the world has not yet awakened to distract you. Heaven listens more closely. Angels respond more swiftly. Your declarations carry a purity that cuts through the unseen realm with unusual power. This is why the enemy fights your mornings so aggressively. He knows the strength that rises when you start your day in God's presence. He knows the peace that settles when you allow God to speak before the world does. He knows that a believer who anchors their spirit at dawn becomes difficult to shake, difficult to deceive, difficult to overwhelm. But today, you have risen. You have chosen alignment over exhaustion, presence over distraction, surrender over chaos. And because you have chosen this moment, God is pouring into you exactly what you need. Let your spirit rest in that truth. God is not waiting for you to earn His attention. He is already here. He is already leaning toward you. He is already filling the room with a peace that surpasses understanding. You cannot see it with your eyes, but you can feel it, like a warmth that settles over your shoulders, like a calm that gently untangles your thoughts. Feel it now. Let it settle deeper. Let it reach the places that have felt tight and weary. Your breathing slows. Your mind softens. Your spirit becomes more aware. This is not just a moment of peace. This is God preparing your foundation. Every strong day begins with a strong spirit, and God is strengthening yours right now. Think of all you have survived. Think of the nights you thought you wouldn't make it through. Think of the burdens you've carried quietly while others had no idea. And yet here you are, awake in the dawn, responding to the pull of God, rising into a new strength you didn't know you had. You are evidence that God sustains. You are proof that His hand has been upon your life. And this morning, He is not simply sustaining you, He is elevating you. Let the truth settle into your heart. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not losing. Every step, even the painful ones, has led you to this moment of alignment. God redeems time. He restores strength. He rebuilds dreams. And He renews hope in the quiet hours of the morning. Now, let your mind turn toward your day. Imagine the path ahead of you. You may not know what it will hold, but God does. He goes before you. He stands beside you. He watches behind you. Nothing surprises him. Nothing overwhelms him. Nothing is too complex for his wisdom or too heavy for his strength. You can step into today with confidence because God has already stepped into it for you. Imagine the conversations you will have today. God is already preparing grace for them. Imagine the decisions you may need to make. God is already placing wisdom in your spirit. Imagine the challenges that may come. God is already surrounding you with protection. Imagine the opportunities waiting. God is already opening the right ones. You are not moving blindly. You are moving under divine guidance. And as this morning unfolds, your spirit is becoming attuned to His leading. That awareness is a gift. That sensitivity is a blessing. That quiet strength rising inside you is not from you, it is from Him. Let this truth anchor your heart. Today will not be ruled by fear. Today will not be shaped by yesterday's burdens. Today will not be stolen by anxiety or doubt. Today has been claimed by God, and so have you. Rest in that. Stand on that. Walk in that. As the early morning continues to unfold, allow yourself to sink even deeper into this moment with God. You may not realize it yet, but something inside you is already shifting. The heaviness that followed you into the night is beginning to loosen. The anxieties that tried to wake you are losing their strength. A calm is spreading through your soul, not a calm you created, but a calm God is placing over you like a gentle blanket. These are not ordinary hours. They hold a spiritual freshness that cannot be replicated later in the day. While others sleep, heaven is stirring. And here you are, awake, aware, listening. Your spirit is becoming sensitive to the movements of God, and that sensitivity is shaping your day even before it begins. Take another slow breath, letting your chest rise and fall gently. Feel the air fill your lungs with a quiet rhythm. Every breath is a reminder that God is sustaining you moment by moment, detail by detail. Not one inhale is forgotten by Him. Not one thought is overlooked. You are held more securely than you can comprehend. In this peaceful stillness, invite God into every part of your inner world. The places you don't speak about. The worries you hide even from yourself. The questions that linger without answers. You don't need to articulate them perfectly. He already sees them. He is not asking for polished words or perfect posture. He simply wants access. He wants to touch the places that ache and strengthen the places that bend. Let His presence sweep gently into your inner thoughts right now. Let it soften the memories that still sting. Let it settle over the fears that don't have names. Let it pour into the emptiness that life has created. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too weary for restoration. You are not too late for God's timing. His hands specialize in rebuilding what others consider too damaged. His breath revives what feels tired. His voice awakens what has been asleep inside you. Dreams, strength, courage, clarity, purpose. These morning hours are not just moments of prayer. They are moments of reconstruction. God is rebuilding you from the inside out, piece by piece, gently and intentionally. What He restores in the quiet will reveal itself later in your decisions, your reactions, your peace, and your clarity. You may notice your heart beginning to feel lighter. That is not random. It is God lifting burdens you were never meant to carry alone. It is Him whispering, "You don't have to hold this anymore. Give it to me." And as you release it, you make room for peace to rise. Picture your heart like a room that has been cluttered for too long. The moment God begins to clear it, you feel space again. Space to breathe, space to hope, space to dream, space to feel safe. That space is opening inside you now. You may have carried responsibilities that were too heavy. You may have walked through seasons where you had no one to lean on. You may have endured battles where your strength was stretched thin. But today, God is giving you a different kind of strength, not the kind built on effort, but the kind built on presence. His presence is your strength. His nearness is your courage. His peace is your covering. This is why He invites you to rise at dawn, not to impress Him, but to receive from Him. When you quiet yourself before the world begins, you allow Him to pour wisdom into your thoughts before decisions demand it. You allow Him to fill you with peace before challenges come. You allow Him to steady your steps before you begin walking. Imagine the difference this will make in your day. A mind that is calm when problems arise. A heart that is steady when conversations become difficult. A spirit that remains anchored when circumstances shift unexpectedly. A confidence that comes not from yourself, but from knowing God is guiding each moment. You may not feel all of this instantly, but the seeds are being planted. The alignment is happening. The transformation is beginning. Every minute you spend in God's presence is strengthening the foundation beneath your feet. You are being prepared for blessing. You are being prepared for breakthrough. You are being prepared for clarity. You are being prepared for strength you didn't know you needed. Let the morning continue to mold you. Let God's presence remain thick around you. Let your heart stay open and soft. Nothing that waits ahead of you today is too heavy for the God who walks with you. And the more you surrender in this quiet hour, the more you will feel His hand guiding you through the rest of your day. Stay in this quiet flow a little longer. Let the atmosphere settle around you like warm light. As you continue to listen, notice how your spirit is becoming more receptive, more awake, more sensitive to the presence of God. This is what happens when the heart becomes still. God begins to speak in ways that are gentle but unmistakable. Impressions, peace, clarity, direction, courage. You may not hear an audible voice, but you can feel Him. His nearness is not loud. It is not forceful. It is steady, like a pulse beneath the surface of your spirit. In these early morning hours, the noise of the world is quiet enough for you to finally notice what has been there all along. God walking beside you, surrounding you, carrying you through every moment. Let that awareness wash over you. Let it steady your breath. Let it soften your shoulders. Let it ease the tension from your mind. God is here. Not in a distant way, but in a present, immediate, intimate way. He is closer than your thoughts, closer than your worries, closer than your fears. There is something powerful about realizing that you do not carry your life alone. You have never been without help. You have never been without covering. You have never walked into a single day unprotected. Even in moments when you felt forgotten, God was shielding you from things you never saw. Even in seasons where everything felt delayed, God was preparing you for something better than what you prayed for. He has never abandoned you. He has never ignored you. He has never overlooked your tears or your efforts. And this morning, He is reminding you of that truth. Take another deep breath, slow and steady. As you exhale, imagine every worry releasing its grip. Imagine every anxious thought losing its strength. Imagine every heavy burden falling to the ground as God lifts it from your spirit. This is not imagination. This is spiritual exchange. You release your weight, and God gives you His peace. You release your confusion, and God gives you His clarity. You release your fear, and God gives you His courage. This is the rhythm of early morning prayer. It is not just speaking, it is receiving. It is not just asking, it is aligning. It is not just hoping, it is entering into a different spiritual posture. You are stepping into a place where strength is infused into your soul. A place where your mind becomes sharper. A place where your heart becomes lighter. A place where your faith becomes steadier. A place where your purpose becomes clearer. And all of this is happening without force. It's happening naturally as you sit in the presence of God. Think back on the moments in your life when you felt completely overwhelmed. Yet somehow you made it through. Somehow, strength rose in you at the exact moment you needed it. Somehow, peace appeared when chaos was loud. Somehow, a way opened when every door felt closed. That was God. Always God. Quietly carrying you. Quietly protecting you. Quietly strengthening you. And the same God who sustained you then is pouring fresh strength into you now. You may not feel strong, but you are becoming strong. You may not feel clear, but clarity is forming. You may not feel confident, but courage is rising. You may not feel renewed, but renewal is happening right now inside you. Let your heart rest in the truth that God is not finished with you. The chapter you are stepping into today is not a repeat of your past. It is a new beginning shaped by grace, guided by His wisdom, infused with His peace. You are different now. Your spirit is more awake. Your heart is more open. Your faith is more grounded. This morning prayer is not just preparing you for the day, it is shaping your future. Every moment spent in God's presence becomes fuel for decisions, strength for challenges, courage for opportunities, and peace for unexpected storms. There will be moments today when you feel this peace return to you suddenly, softly nudging you, reminding you that you started your day with God, that you are walking under His covering, that you are surrounded by His favor. Even in busy moments, even in stressful conversations, even in uncertainty, this peace will come back to you because it is rooted in your spirit now. God is laying a foundation inside you that cannot be shaken. He is preparing you to walk through this day with a steadiness that surprises even you. Whatever comes, you will not face it alone. Whatever rises, you will not collapse. Whatever challenges appear, you will have the grace to overcome them. You are rising into the strength God has already placed within you. Let your heart stay soft as we continue. The deeper the morning settles, the more your spirit opens. You may feel a gentle heaviness, not the weight of burden, but the weight of God's presence, resting on you like a warm mantle. This is the kind of stillness that transforms you without effort. You simply sit, breathe, listen, and God does the work inside you. These early hours carry a purity that makes it easier to hear Him. Not with your ears, but with the inner knowing that rises quietly within your chest. That knowing is the Holy Spirit. That warmth is His nearness. That stirring is His voice calling you deeper into alignment, deeper into peace, deeper into purpose. Right now, God is calming things inside you that no one else even knows exist. The thoughts that trouble you in silence. He is soothing them. The questions you wrestle with but never voice. He is answering them through peace. The fears you suppress because you don't want them to grow. He is dissolving them one by one. And He does it gently. He meets you without pressure. He comes toward you with tenderness, not demands. He wraps you in stillness until your spirit finally exhales. Let that exhale happen now. Let your soul release the tension it has been holding. Let your shoulders drop, your jaw unclench, your heartbeat slow. This is the rhythm of rest in God's presence. For a long time, you may have lived with a quiet battle inside. The world rarely sees the inner conflicts, the doubts, the responsibilities, the invisible pressures. You may even move through your day while carrying things that should have broken you. Yet you have stood. You have survived. You have kept going. And this morning, God wants you to know, He saw every step. He saw the moments you were exhausted but kept moving. He saw the decisions you made in faith even when you were unsure. He saw the nights you cried quietly so others wouldn't worry. Nothing escaped His attention. Nothing was wasted. This is why He draws you near now, to remind you that strength is not something you create, it's something He gives. And He is giving it generously to you right now. Feel His strength rise slowly inside you, not as pressure, but as steadiness. You are becoming anchored. Your spirit is becoming grounded. Your heart is becoming secure. Not because circumstances changed, but because you are changing in the presence of God. As you continue to breathe peacefully, imagine God placing His hand over your chest. A hand that steadies storms. A hand that silences fear. A hand that brings healing to every hidden place. Where His hand rests, things begin to shift internally. Thoughts realign, emotions soften, burdens lighten. This is what is happening right now, even if you cannot fully articulate it. There is a grace on your life that is becoming more evident in this moment. A grace that will shape the way you walk today. A grace that will guide your responses, your thoughts, your atmosphere. You may not notice it until later, but everyone around you will see it. They will sense the peace you carry, the calm in your voice, the strength in your presence. They will not know what happened, but you will know it happened here, in this sacred hour. Let your heart open now to the possibilities God wants to release into your day. Imagine the challenges becoming manageable. Imagine opportunities appearing unexpectedly. Imagine clarity replacing confusion. Imagine favor following you into every space you enter. These are not fantasies. They are the natural outcome of a life aligned with God each morning. When you seek Him first, everything else falls into divine order. There may be things you've been waiting on for a long time. Prayers that feel unanswered. Situations that feel stuck. Doors that have not yet opened. But in these early hours, your spirit is becoming aligned with the timing of heaven. Sometimes God prepares your heart before He prepares your circumstances. Sometimes He strengthens you before He shifts the situation. You are being readied for change. You are being positioned for opportunities. You are being shaped for blessings that require a stronger version of you. And that stronger version is emerging now. You don't have to rush. You don't have to force anything. Let God unfold your day. Let Him lead you step by step. Trust the quiet nudges. Trust the peace. Trust the inner knowing that whispers, "I am with you." Because He is. Deeply. Faithfully. Consistently. Let this truth anchor you as the morning continues to unfold. You are carried by God. You are strengthened by God. You are guided by God. And the day ahead will reflect the peace you are receiving right now. Stay in this gentle flow of God's presence. You don't need to push yourself to feel anything. You don't need to force your emotions or try to manufacture some spiritual moment. The beauty of these early hours is that God does the work for you, quietly, steadily, faithfully, while you simply remain open. Right now, His peace is not just resting on you. It is entering you. It is sinking into the layers of your heart that have long needed rest. It is moving through the places where you've held stress, through the thoughts that have kept you awake, through the memories that have tightened your chest. His peace is medicinal. His peace restores without effort. His peace rewrites the atmosphere inside you. Let it spread deeper. Let it move into the corners of your soul. Let it settle in the spaces where fear once lived. This is the cleansing work of early morning prayer, God removing the residue of yesterday so you can walk into today renewed. Think about how often you start your days carrying yesterday's weight. You wake up already tired, already anxious, already behind. But not today. Today is different because you have chosen to meet God before anything else. You have brought your heart to Him before the world could fill it with noise. You have placed your spirit in His hands at the exact hour when heaven is closest. You may not realize it yet, but your entire day is being shaped right now. God is aligning your emotions so they won't overwhelm you. He is strengthening your mind so it won't spiral. He is calming your spirit so you won't react in frustration. He is guarding your heart so it won't be shaken by unexpected news. Every moment spent in His presence becomes armor. Every breath in His presence becomes strength. Every whisper of surrender becomes strategy. You are more protected than you know. Let your heart rest for a moment in that truth. God Himself is shielding you. He goes before you into every conversation. He stands beside you in every decision. He follows behind you to block every unseen attack. You are encircled by His presence, covered from all sides. Even when you feel alone, you are surrounded by a love that cannot be broken. There is an assurance that rises when you believe this. Not arrogance, but confidence. Not pride, but security. Not stubbornness, but unshakable trust. And that trust begins in moments exactly like this one, where your spirit finally becomes quiet enough to hear what God has been saying all along. You are safe. You are guided. You are chosen. You are protected. You are not walking into this day alone. Let those words soften you even more. Let them sink into your bones. Let them become truth you carry into every hour of the day ahead. Now slowly bring to mind the things that have been weighing on you, just one at a time, without pressure. Picture them resting in your hands. The financial concern, the relationship tension, the career decision, the fear of the unknown, the situation you cannot control, the need you have not voiced, the heaviness you push aside to function. See them clearly. And now imagine placing each one into God's open hands. Not the hands of a distant God, but the hands that formed the universe, held the stars in place, protected you through storms you didn't see coming, and lifted you when you thought you had nothing left. His hands are capable. His hands are gentle. His hands do not fail. As you surrender your burdens into those hands, notice what happens inside you. The pressure begins to ease. The fear begins to loosen. The confusion begins to clear. Because release always precedes peace. You were not created to carry everything. You were created to walk with God, to lean on God, to let God fill the places where your strength ends. These early hours remind you that you don't have to face the day in your own power. Let your heart say, even quietly, Lord, I give this to you. It doesn't matter how small or how heavy the burden is. He receives it the same way, fully and completely. Now imagine your day again. But this time, imagine walking into it without those burdens in your hands. Feel the lightness. Feel the clarity. Feel the freedom. The day hasn't changed yet, but you have. And that changes everything. This kind of inner peace makes you unshakable. This kind of alignment makes you wise. This kind of surrender makes you powerful in the unseen realm. God is shaping your posture for the day ahead. Calm, steady, grounded, confident in Him. Let this truth rise quietly inside your spirit. Today will be different. Not because circumstances magically shift, but because you are walking into the day with God's peace as your foundation. You are not reacting, you are rising. You are not stumbling, you are being guided. You are not guessing, you are being led. And the one who leads you does not lead into confusion. He leads into purpose, into clarity, into blessing. into strength. Let the peace you feel right now continue to deepen. Your spirit is open, your heart is soft, and your mind is clearer than when you began. This is what happens when God draws near in the early morning hours. The atmosphere inside you becomes still, and in that stillness, He begins to pour revelation, strength, and quiet confidence into your soul. You may not hear words, but you can sense Him. You may not see anything physically, yet something unseen is shifting. You may not fully understand what's happening, but your spirit does. You are being aligned with heaven. You are being steadied for the day ahead. You are being filled in ways you will come to appreciate later. This is the mystery and beauty of meeting God at dawn. His work begins in silence, but it becomes visible as the day unfolds. Now, focus for a moment on the path in front of you. You are not stepping into today with the same weight you carried yesterday. Your spirit is lighter. Your heart is calmer. Your thoughts are clearer. And because of that, you are ready to walk differently today. Imagine yourself taking your first steps into the morning, unhurried, unafraid, steady. No rushing, no tension, no dread, just quiet assurance. This is what happens when you let God hold the beginning of your day. He sets the tone, orders your steps, and prepares your heart before anything else has a chance to touch it. God is not just giving you peace for this moment. He is giving you peace for the entire day. A peace that will surprise you when challenges arise. A peace that will calm you in conversations that once triggered anxiety. A peace that will guide you when decisions feel unclear. A peace that acts like a shield over your heart. Let it settle into your spirit. Today, you will walk in peace. Not because the day is easy, but because God is with you. Not because problems disappear, but because you are strengthened. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are prepared. As you sit here in God's presence, picture the things that usually overwhelm you, the tasks, the responsibilities, the conversations, the uncertainties. Now imagine God placing His hand over each one. His touch brings clarity. His presence brings order. His wisdom brings direction. Nothing you face today is too complex for Him, and nothing is too small for His attention. You may not realize it, but God is already going ahead of you. He is softening hearts where conversations will take place. He is opening doors you don't even know exist. He is removing obstacles you would have stumbled over. He is preparing solutions before the problems even appear. This is why morning prayer matters, because it aligns you with the God who has already prepared the day. Take another slow breath. Feel the strength rising inside you, not forceful but steady. You don't need to feel powerful to be empowered. God's strength is not loud. It grows quietly, like roots spreading deep beneath the surface. You may not see it yet, but it will sustain you throughout the day. Allow God to speak courage into the places that feel uncertain. Allow Him to speak hope into the places that feel tired. Allow Him to speak wisdom into the places that feel confused. He is not a distant God watching you from far away. He is the God who walks beside you. The God who carries you when you are weary. The God who lifts your head when you feel defeated. The God who whispers, "Keep going, I am with you," when you feel like giving up. Let those words sink into your heart. I am with you. With you in the quiet moments. With you in the busy hours. With you in the decisions. With you in the uncertainty. With you when you feel strong. With you when you feel weak. You are not stepping into today alone. And now, take a moment to think about your family, your loved ones, the people connected to your life. Bring them gently into your thoughts. Without speaking out loud, lift them before God. The ones you worry about. The ones you hope for. The ones you pray for. See them covered by the same peace that fills you now. Imagine God's hand resting on each of their lives. Imagine His protection surrounding them. Imagine His guidance leading them. Imagine His love strengthening them. Just as God is touching your heart right now, He is touching theirs, whether they realize it or not. Your prayer for them is not powerless. It is a seed that heaven honors. You are a carrier of blessing. Your prayers change things. Your presence shifts atmospheres. Your quiet time with God releases protection over your entire household. This is part of your calling, to stand between heaven and your family, speaking blessings, declaring peace, and lifting them into God's care. As the morning continues to unfold, let your heart be filled with gratitude. Not because everything is perfect, but because God is present. Not because every answer is here, but because the one who holds the answers is holding you. You are walking into a new day wrapped in God's peace. You are stepping forward with renewed strength. You are rising with a calm spirit and a steady heart. As we enter this final part of our morning time together, let your heart stay open and steady. You have journeyed through stillness, through surrender, through peace, and now God begins to pour purpose into your spirit. This is the moment where everything inside you begins to align with the truth of who you are in Him. Not defined by yesterday, not limited by fear, not shaped by past wounds, but anchored in His presence and strengthened for the day ahead. Let that truth rise slowly within you. Let it settle in your chest like warm light. Let it shape your thoughts as you prepare to step into today. You are not the same person who woke up earlier. Something has shifted. Something internal has been restored, renewed, steadied. The quiet work of God is not loud, but it is undeniable. Your heart feels lighter. Your spirit feels clearer. And there is a calm strength within you that wasn't there before. This is what happens when you meet God in the early morning. He changes you before anything else can touch you. He centers you before the world can pull you off balance. He strengthens you before you encounter your challenges. He fills you before life can drain you. And now, as your spirit rests in Him, you are becoming aware of new clarity forming inside you. For days, weeks, or even months, you may have felt stuck, unsure of direction, drained by responsibilities, uncertain about decisions. But as God quiets your heart, He makes space for direction to rise. Feel that clarity beginning to form. Not loud, not sharp, but gentle and steady. God speaks with peace, not confusion. He is reminding you that the path ahead is not random. Every step has purpose. Every moment is guided. Every closed door protects you. Every open door leads you closer to His plan. You can trust Him with your next step. You can trust Him with your timing. You can trust Him with your future. You don't need to rush what God is unfolding. You don't need to fix everything in your strength. You don't need to fear what you cannot control. God is already ahead of you, aligning things in ways you cannot see yet. Let this truth settle deeply inside you. Today is not a day to fear. Today is a day to walk in confidence. Not confidence in yourself, but confidence in the one who walks with you. And as you continue to breathe gently, imagine your spirit expanding, like your heart has more room inside it now, more space for peace, more space for hope, more space for joy. These early hours have emptied out the heaviness to make room for what God wants to place within you. He is giving you a renewed mind, a peaceful heart, a steady spirit, a strengthened identity. You are stepping into your day with the blessing of God resting upon you. You are stepping into conversations with wisdom already forming inside you. You are stepping into decisions with clarity that did not exist last night. You are stepping into challenges with strength that comes from above. Nothing today can shake what God has anchored. Nothing today can steal what God has restored. Nothing today can break what God has rebuilt. Walk with your shoulders relaxed, knowing you are covered. Walk with your mind calm, knowing you are guided. Walk with your heart light, knowing you are loved. And now, gently bring your family back into your thoughts. See each of their faces clearly, the ones you care for, the ones who depend on you, the ones whose burdens you carry in your heart. As you imagine them, let God's peace extend to them as well. Picture His hand resting upon your household. Picture His protection covering every room. Picture His favor going before them into their day. Picture His love surrounding them, even in your absence. You are not only blessed, you are a blessing. You are not only protected, you are a source of covering for others. You are not only filled, you are meant to overflow. And this morning has prepared you for that. Now let gratitude rise within you, not forced, not scripted, but naturally, from the deep place in your spirit where peace now lives. Thank God for strength. Thank Him for breath. Thank Him for clarity. Thank Him for surrounding you with His presence. Thank Him for guiding you into a new day. And as this time of prayer comes to a gentle close, remember this truth. The peace you received here will follow you. The strength you felt here will remain in you. The clarity that touched your heart will guide you. The presence of God will walk with you into every moment of today. You are not leaving this moment empty. You are leaving it empowered. Take one last slow breath. Feel your spirit settle. Feel your heart strengthened. And step forward into this day knowing, truly knowing, that God goes before you, God walks beside you, and God surrounds you with His unending love and protection. If you ever feel overwhelmed during the day, return to this quiet space in your spirit. The same God who met you here will meet you again. You are blessed. You are guided. You are covered. And you are ready.